Today's video is pretty special, which includes a lot of special characters and heroes, and these model characters are as powerful and badass as they come. These heroes will fight for the fate of their race, and some of them will even fight for the sake of the multiverse.
Coming out number 10 is, I regressed as the Duke. This is the typical scenario of dying and reincarnating in someone else's body. However, what is different this time is the fact that this butler reincarnated in the body of a Duke. Specifically the Duke of Baron, a person widely hated by his people for neglecting their needs and letting them suffer from starvation. What a neat guy. It was a person that didn't give a damn about others but himself and died. The same moment the butler did also die. The butler, luckily for him, reincarnated in the body of the Duke 20 years prior to the incident that got him killed. This time, this humble butler, who was powerless to help the people and issue rules and legislations to ease their suffering, is now in the seat of power as the Duke and the heir to the kingdom that his uncle usurped. In addition to that, this guy and his sister are children said to be blessed by freaking dragons with one skill of the sword. He was able to smash a giant mountain, tearing it to pieces. He even defeated an orc, which is said to be stronger than a normal adult by a lot, and subdued him and his orc men, single-handedly laying down his sword and resorting to a fist fight. What more feats of power do you want? And all that is only in the first 3 chapters. Coming in number 9 is Overpowered Sword. This kid never passed a day of practice in his life training in the art of swordsmanship and fighting. His name is Leon, and his other friend, who is royalty, is also called Leon. Ironically enough, despite possessing the same name, the main character Leon is nowhere even close to being as skilled as the blonde Leon when it comes to swordplay. His training in the basics could only get him so far, but what he truly lacked was a teacher to guide him and train him correctly. One day, while cursing his fate, he pleads to the gods and cries over his efforts to defeat Leon. Even one time for all those years and failings, every single time. Suddenly a beam of light fell from the sky, only to reveal that it is a sword sent by the gods that can actually talk to the entity residing within the sword. Will train this kid after witnessing his resolve and proving his worth. It was even teased that the soul in the sword won't rest before he becomes a power to be reckoned with that can even slay a dragon easily. Coming in at number 8 is Overbearing Tyrant. Another case of reincarnation and isekai all in one show. This man, fighting aliens in his world for survival of his race, loses his comrades and is somehow transported into the sickly Lord Alberin, the ruler of Albert, who was unconscious for years. He then recovers a dagger in which the Emperor's personal guard was trapped in for ages. And if this doesn't make things more complicated, except for his personal guard butler and the daughter of the doctor, everyone else is conspiring against him and his people. They even attempted to make him sick again, just so that they have things their way. And as an added bonus, the captain of his knights is the one that killed his father. Surrounded by all this betrayal and living in a den of thieves, he will need to work on his survival skills and find allies that are trustworthy. Coming in at number 7 is the return of the Shattered Constellation. What could be more powerful than a god reincarnating into the human world to kill gods? I'll answer that one for you. The answer is nothing. During his life, this guy had already killed millions of gods and ruled with an iron fist. He was eventually captured and sentenced for dissipation, which is a fate worse than death. However, the ruler of the underworld, Thanatos, gave him a chance to reincarnate if he did his bidding, and in turn, he will grant him powerful authority and the chance to return to Earth, his home. Coming on number 6 is Barbarian Quest. He is a barbarian that is as brute as they come, man, and is quite powerful. He defeated a complete battalion. Even though he was injured and captured as well, he saved his friends and defeated the invaders. Now he is up against a much bigger challenge: how to blend in with society. His language, looks, and economy and trade systems are widely different than civilization. He is barely up to the task. But if anything, he is resilient, powerful, and against other opinions, he is quite resourceful sometimes. Coming at number 5 is Damn Reincarnation. Camel, the foolish, a member of the hero's party to subdue all 7 demon kings, died in battle protecting Vermont.
the Great, the hero of the people and the hope of humanity. He lost his wife saving him. Even though he hated his guts to add insult to injury, he reincarnates 300 years later into the body of one of Vermont's descendants. He is so strong, collected, and bulky for his age. He is a man in the body of a child. After all, he keeps on training as hard as he can even when he can't use mana or a real weapon to do so since he is from the Branch family. However, he has a chance, during the blood ceremony, to gain the name of Lionheart and earn the right to be the heir of Vermont the Great's family. Coming in at number 4 is legendary youngest son of the Marquis house. Everything that could go wrong and ruin his life had already happened, and it drove him to complete insanity and commits great atrocities. He killed hundreds of thousands and was a monster among monsters. It all began with his unfortunate origins, and the sad tragedy that befell him and his sister because of his father and his second brother on his deathbed after stopping his regeneration and dying purposefully. A fleeting thought rushed into his mind. What if I didn't go down that path? What if I changed it all? What then? He then reincarnates back into his young body before he even had a weapon training or even formed of heart. This is a second chance at life to save himself and redeem his actions as well as to save his sister from her grim fate. Coming at number 3 is the heavenly demon can't live a normal life. He isn't just any powerful Murim demon clan resident. Oh no, he is much more important than that. He is the freaking leader of the whole demon cult clan. He reincarnated in a new world with none of his powers intact and no prior knowledge about the life of the owner of the body. He is now the son of a baron, the eldest child and the heir to his territory. Even from chapter 1, he revealed his true colors after playing judge, jury, and executioner, killing the Fang gang members that hurt the kid that owed them money. This will definitely be one hell of a ride for him in this new world. Coming in at number 2 is Swordmaster's youngest son. The family, known to breed the greatest swordsman in history, is cursed with the youngest child that can't even learn the basics of swordsmanship despite all his efforts and tiresome training. He failed to reach anyone's expectations and lost his place in the family. He was banished from the family at the age of 25. He then met a master that taught him magic, and he then discovered his true talents. The Master of Shadows also bestowed his blessing on him, and just like that he became able to wield the sword so easily and felt light in his hands. He will become the strongest magic swordsman in history. And number 1 goes to the world after the end. Unbelievably, high towers suddenly erect one day throughout the whole world. Meanwhile, people also get a notification window calling them tower walkers and summon them into the tower. In the meantime, monsters floated from within the tower and killed everyone outside of the towers, eradicating at least 1/3 of humanity. The main character is the leader of the only group that wasn't lured in with the return stone the tower provided them with, and decided it was better off to fight to the bitter end to save humanity and end this nightmare. Carpe diem members, just like dominoes, tumbled one after another, succumbing to their injuries or suing the stone. Eventually, the only one remaining is Jiwon. He is on the 99th floor by his lonesome fighting the terrible ice dragon. And it's been 10 years already since he reached the 99th floor, and he still hasn't given up on the battle for humanity yet. I hope you guys enjoy this video as much as I have fun making it for you. I would appreciate it if you guys would smash that like button, subscribe, comment, and pressing that bell icon to keep yourself notified of all our latest new videos and upcoming projects. And if you have any cool ideas for any upcoming videos, don't be shy, share them with us in the comments down below. And as for now, I'll catch you later. See you in the next one.